The world of My Hero Academia, a superhuman society filled with extraordinary people, possessing equally extraordinary abilities. Hey there everyone, welcome to Shano Anime TV. Before we go any further, we'd really appreciate it if you guys would like, share and subscribe to our channel for the latest in anime related content. This really helps with the YouTube algorithm and helps us build our channel. So again, remember to like, share and subscribe. So, as you may imagine, today we'll be diving into the world of My Hero, and more specifically, on someone who is really my favorite character, even though some may find him somewhat controversial. And that is the flame hero himself, Endeavor. Let's go! The flame hero Endeavor, former number 2, now number 1 hero, one of the most powerful heroes to walk the earth, second only to All Might himself. With his Hellfire quirk, speed, strength and durability, combined with his incredible intelligence, Endeavor has solved more cases than any other hero. As his name suggests, one of Endeavor's greatest qualities is his mental durability and willpower. His unwavering tendencies to push forward against all odds to overcome any obstacle. This allowed him to reach the position of number 2 hero at the age of 21. His deduction skills allow him to easily figure out the weakness of any enemy and immediately pursue the best course of action, resulting in the least amount of damage to all involved. With all these shining qualities, you'd expect Endeavor to be one of the most outstanding heroes in the show, loved by all. But you'd be wrong. Endeavor has been described as a prideful and ambitious man, focused only on achieving what was once his ultimate goal, becoming not only the number 1 hero, but the strongest hero in the entire country. This goal became an obsession that would drive Endeavor throughout his entire life. The name Endeavor means to strive to achieve one's goals, and it's this mindset that Endeavor lived by. From his youth, Endeavor dedicated himself to his studies and his hero work, with the intention of one day becoming the number 1 hero in the entire country. However, a belief in that dream was short-lived. Like I said earlier, due to his hard work and dedication, he became the number 2 hero very young, and because he paved his own way, he soon realized that he would never reach the top. Why is this, you say? For the number 1 hero, All Might, was a true colossus. He proved himself to be too much of an insurmountable obstacle for him or any other hero to overcome. A truly unbreachable gap stood between him and everyone else. Being plagued again and again with repeated failures, Endeavor fell into a state of despair and seething anger as it became apparent that closing the gap between him and All Might was utterly futile. This realization would transform Endeavor into a cold and callous person who cared for nothing but for his impossible dream. Eventually, his natural disposition to never give up ended up becoming more of a detriment to him, as these feelings of despair ate away at him, slowly pushing him towards the edge. Despite knowing his own limitations, his stubbornness prevented him from relinquishing his dream. He thought to accomplish it, even if it meant passing his inspirations on to another if necessary. So, he sought to have a child who would inherit his ambitions. He arranged a court marriage with a girl possessing an ice quirk, hoping that the perfect balance of ice and fire would rectify the cumbersome limitations of his quirk. This child would be a perfect successor, who would inherit his training and experience. However, his first few attempts at this were failures. None of his first children were born with the quirks he required. Not just that, but Endeavor would prove to be a cruel and abusive father and husband, with his actions physically and psychologically affecting all the members of his family. Finally, Shoto, his youngest son, showed the potential he desired. He then began to neglect his other children and focused all his attention on Shoto, putting him through incredibly harsh training from a young age, showing no concern for his own desires.
Now stand up. If you get hurt that easily, you can forget about beating All Might, or even a small-time villain.
Please stop pushing him. He's only 5 years old.
He can take it. Get out of my way!
Oh, I do, Mom. Please. I don't want to be the kind of guy he is. I don't want to be someone who bullies you and hurts people, Mama.
But honey, you do still want to be a hero, don't you?
As a result, his wife succumbed to a mental breakdown, pouring boiling water over Shoto's face.
I can't take it anymore. Every day, the children seem more like him. And Shoto, that child's left side sometimes looks unbearable to me. All I can see is his father. I can't raise him anymore. I want to run away from this life.
Mom, what are you saying?
He then had her put in a mental hospital as punishment for hurting his masterpiece.
Your fault. You're the one who made her hurt me.
Even as Shoto got older and started going through a rebellious phase, rejecting his father's ideals, he never gave up on his mission. However, one event would change everything forever.
Goodbye. One for all.
After his triumphant battle at Camino Ward, the symbol of peace was forced to retire. All Might was no more. His retirement would signal great changes that would echo across hero society. One of these changes would be that Endeavor would be the new #1 hero. And not just that either, but by simple default.
I don't accept it. Not like this. I should have earned it myself, not by him failing.
This event shattered Endeavor's world for two reasons. First, his desire to ascend to #1 hero was based entirely through him earning it through merit and ability, valuing the work he put in to become #1 more than the title itself. Becoming #1 on a technicality felt empty. Secondly, Endeavor had chased behind All Might his entire life, always only seeing his back. But with All Might gone, there was nothing left to strive forward to. He was only left to look back and behold the horrors left in his wake. Nothing left but to witness the tragic path he had taken to get this far, and the ones who suffered as a result, namely, his family. This new revelation caused Endeavor to question the path he had followed and the harsh reality it had led to, which in turn caused him to try and make amends where his family was concerned, as well as to validate himself as the new #1 hero. The only reason Endeavor desired the position of #1 was to outdo All Might. Now that he was actually in the position, he began to contemplate what it meant to truly be the symbol of peace. He was so conflicted that he even sought the advice of his former rival, All Might.
Went up 3% in comparison to the last few years. Of course, I resolved more incidents than anyone else, besting my own personal records. And yet, I can feel it. Some unseen thing that you built up in your prime is beginning to crumble. What does it mean to be a symbol? That's what I want to know. All Might.
Not just that, but patching things up with his family would prove to be much more difficult than he had imagined.
Shoto. I want you to know I'm proud of you, son. Because of that, I swear I'll become someone you can be proud of too. Not just as the #1 hero, but as the man that you call father.
His battle with High End was the most important battle of his life. Not only was it his first major battle as the new symbol of peace, this new enemy was the strongest Nomu thus far, as well as a city-level threat endangering the city and the citizens. For Endeavor, being a man of action and a few words, this was the perfect opportunity to solidify himself to the people through his actions as the #1 hero. However, this battle would serve not only as an eye-opener, due to this enemy being far stronger than him, but also as a moment of deep self-reflection. Endeavor saw himself in this monster, and by digging deep into the last of his strength, sticking to his namesake of never giving up, standing up after every fall, rising to his feet again and again and again and again, standing up, risking his life for the sake of everyone around to fulfill the duties of the #1 hero, earning the respect of the people, making them feel safe, making them want to believe in him wholeheartedly. This was more than just a battle against the villain. This was a fight for everyone, and it was also a fight against himself, against the monster he had been to those around, the monster he could have become.
I see it. You are me. From the past, or another future. Burn up. Be at rest. I've always hated that damn school motto, but it seems appropriate. I'll go plus ultra! Providence!
Finally putting his old self to rest, along with this monster, standing tall as only the symbol of peace could. A sign of a new start. A sign that heroes could only keep moving forward. All Might was a great symbol of peace, invincible and unmatchable. However, his existence made heroes complacent. Aside from Endeavor, no one ever even tried to live up to him. All Might was the perfect hero of his time, but Endeavor is a hero that other heroes will be willing to strive towards. The hero we need now, All Might was a symbol of peace. Endeavor is a beacon of hope. A hero that would lead the charge in pushing the next generation of heroes forward, inspiring them to work together to collectively fill the shoes left behind by All Might. Even with his own family, though it will take some time, Endeavor is slowly making amends, moving ever forward towards his redemption as he seeks to earn the forgiveness of his family and works towards being a better father for them, one step at a time, always pushing forward.